Hey folks, it's Fritgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Boulder Canyon. I'm just starting up this fella again because he's decided to stop again down at this end of the field. Whether it really matters, I don't suppose, because we just about run out of fertilizer and I don't think we're going to have enough to be able to finish this field. We might. 60 odd litres. We might have enough. But anyway, we're going to leave him to carry on right there because what we've got over here is another little trip that we want to take back home. We've got our new trailer right here, which is an auto-load trailer that we went and bought. And we have that one right there. We also want to buy the baler that is over here, which is the Stevie modded baler. Now, I'm not really going to be using much new Stevie mods in this series. We've already been over this. I am using this one because we'll be able to adjust the capacity to 8,000 litres of bale. The rest of it, well, actually, the foil colour I'm going to change to black, just because that's a personal preference of mine. So we will have that. It's going to be $81,000 to buy this baler. We've got some money back at home in the form of the other baler, and I'm hoping that will be just enough to be able to get this. Something else that I have got that people said that I should get in order to do some stuff with this is I've picked up a couple of the mods on ModHub of the low loaders, because I thought that one was a bit expensive. This one here is a bit pricey. It's $2,500 to lease that one, but you can tow it along with the tractor. Override aids, you can put those bits on there to help things load up a little bit easier. And you can also have rear steering, which helps things along when you're going around sharp corners and stuff like that. So that one's got various options on it, but it's quite pricey. And then we've also got this one right here, just a plain Flegel low loader that we would be able to, that's $1,500 to lease. Now, why am I looking at lease? We're not supposed to lease anything in this series. Because the suggestion that was put forward, and I actually really like this idea, is that we're in the back of Beyond, right? We are absolutely in the back of Beyond, middle of nowhere, and we've got... We keep having to make these journeys to the shop over here to collect things and then take them back again and so on and so forth. And it's a time-consuming process. So if we were to go and buy a few machines like we are today, if we were to do this a little bit more realistically, there is a very good chance that we wouldn't actually... Okay, that one's kind of swinging around as we go, which is a little bit disconcerting, but there's not a lot that I can do about that. Yeah, if we were to be doing this a little bit more realistically, what we would be doing is we'd have a delivery charge. So if we're buying a few machines at once, it wouldn't be out of the way for us to have a low loader deliver these items. So what we can do as a delivery charge is lease a low loader, use that to deliver the machines from the shop back home if we've got more than one. At the moment we can't go and get the baler. We're going to have to go home and get the other baler and bring that one back as well, which it kind of means it's not really going to work today. But this would be something that we want to look at in the future, is having a low loader do the delivery. Maybe even have a low loader and another vehicle do the delivery. So we have like a lorry, a truck, whatever you want to call it, pull the low loader and do the delivery, delivers the stuff back to our yard for us, and so we lease the low loader and the vehicle that's pulling it. And then we return both of them as soon as they get to the yard, and that's our delivery charge. So we get several items all the way, all the way through. There's several items there that we can accumulate. We can bring back, we can bring 2, sometimes 3 items on the trailer. And if we've got multiple trips, we'll be able to go backwards and forwards with whatever machine has been leased to do the delivery, and then return it all home. And then that's the end of it. You just return it all at the end, and that's kind of the end of it. That's your delivery charge and everything all done at once, and there's no hidden extras or anything like that. And I really like this idea, so I want to hear your thoughts on this one this week. I won't be doing it this week anyway. I'm not got the items here available. but it's definitely something that I could consider doing for the future. Now, I am noticing more and more as we progress with this series, I am noticing more and more lag as we... And I'm not really sure why we're getting so much lag. I keep getting these little bits in the map where we drop down to 30 frames a second. And I'm hoping it's not going to keep going, because it's going to start impacting us pretty soon. And that would be a shame. I really don't want it to. So I will... I'm hoping it's none of the mods that I've got. I don't think it is. I'm not running this particularly mod heavy. We do have a few mods, but I'm trying to keep them limited. So we'll keep a bit of an eye on this and see how this progresses, because it's something that's becoming a little bit of a concern for me. Now, we've got the road. We can, of course, just travel around the road, but we own all of this. This is our land. There is no reason that we can't take a shortcut down through the woods. Right? There is nothing to stop us from doing that. There is no law that says that we're not allowed to do that, and it's our land. We're allowed to drive on our land. If we know that there is a little track through the woods that we can take that maybe not everybody can even see, we are certainly entitled to go and take said track. Right, I'm going to bring that one down to there. I'm going to stop that there. And then I'm going to bring this rather crazy looking... See, we got two of... No, actually, no. We want to keep that rake, don't we? The rake we don't want to be getting rid of. I was just thinking we were going to get rid of the rake, but we're not. We're absolutely not getting rid of that rake. Okay, let's bring you over here. It's time for you to settle down a bit now. There. Gonna stop. Yeah, it has stopped. At long last, it has stopped swaying around like a lunatic. Well, he says that is not quite what it's supposed to do. But I suppose it's there. We've got a great demand at the sawmill. Let's see what that one is offering at the moment. Is that wood chips again? 89. We get more for wood chips here. Milk is almost reached $1,000 per 1,000 litres right there. Silage is still at 258. Now, we know that silage was a fair bit higher than that. So we got $1,000 a bale right there. But we know that we've had silage quite a bit more than that recently. So we're going to leave that. We're not going to do anything with it. The other prices don't really matter right now. So let's jump back onto you. And I'm going to back up this way, and I'm going to have a look at this old trailer over here. Because I'm curious what options we've got on it. What we can actually use it for. I know that we can use it for round bales, and I'm curious how it works. We want to be able to stack these bales that we've got neat and tidy here in the yard. Okay, we will just go over to the tractor. Oh, he's run out completely. Right. I'll tell you what. That's not bad timing, really. We've got a little bit left right here that we do want to go over. So we're going to have to go back up this way and get a little bit more fertilizer in. We'll fill it right up with fertilizer. I know that it is another expense, and we would like to be able to go and buy our new baler. But I think we should prioritize this. The baler, we don't have to get the baler yet. Right, the baler we don't have to get immediately. We can get that when we're ready to start cutting. We can wait till then. We've also got a mower that we want to pick up, and that's all going to be done with a single trip. So we definitely don't have enough money for a mower and a baler. So we've got some timber that has already been cut. It is on the ground. It is ready to go. We can go and get that. We can sell that, and that will give us enough money then to be able to do the next round of grass. And I'm hoping that it will give us enough money for just about everything. Alright, we've got timber up there. We're going to be working on doing some more cutting. We've got the silage on the ground. We will be much, much faster with our next grass cut, with our harvest and everything. Although what we will be doing is we will be slowing time down to 1 time speed while we do grass work. I was asking about that last week, and almost everybody said yes, that would be a good idea if we could slow the grass down, slow time down for the grass, because having it grow through like this when you're in the middle of doing a grass harvest, it's very unrealistic. It's immersion breaking. It's off-putting. It's not something that would happen. Grass doesn't grow that fast. So almost everybody has said, yes, slow the time down while you're doing the grass. It's an immersion breaker, having it grow up through. So planting is something where we will slow time down, and also once we start cutting, we will keep time slowed down until we're ready to start picking up the bales. And I was supposed to speed time up while I was picking the bales up using the autoloader, which I forgot to do. Somebody did say, why am I using this stupid magical teleportation trailer when I could be using a special trailer that actually picks them up realistically? Well, two reasons. One, the special trailer that actually picks them up realistically is not in the least bit realistic for picking up silage bales. You wouldn't use that for picking up silage bales. It would rip them to shreds. You would use that for picking up bales of hay. And number two is, I'm answering this not just for this one person, but also for the other people that may have been asking this but didn't want to write it. It would not be realistic to use said trailer because you wouldn't use it for silage bales. It would rip them to shreds. It's just not something that would happen. And number two, it costs a fortune. Right? That trailer is an absolute fortune, which we don't have. So we're not going to use that. It's actually more realistic to do it the way that we're doing it, because what we're doing is we're picking up the bales with our forks over here. We've got the front loader, and we're loading them carefully onto the tractor. It's just you can't actually see that bit, right? That bit's just going on in the background. I'm skipping that part. That's why I'm supposed to increase the time scale to 30 times speed, which I forgot to do. So that is what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so we have pallets, large square, 1.3 round, mission pallets, egg boxes, cotton modules, and pallets. Large square, 1.3 round. Okay, so we've got the 1.3 rounds. We will go over here. So we've got a full autoload script on this trailer, which is brilliant. I absolutely love that we've got a full autoload script. And we can press U to turn the autoloader on like that and off, and then the rest of it is the usual autoload script. 30, I can put 30 bales on this trailer. It's not quite as many as the last one took, but still 30 bales. That's not bad. Right, 30 bales right there I've got on this trailer. So I will bring those 30 bales here. That actually looks pretty cool. Let's unload onto the trailer, and it does that. And that is why you want the lades front and back, so that the bales don't all just roll off once you do that. Now we've got a heavy load of 30 bales on here. Okay, I'm loving this. I am absolutely loving this. We're going to bring these bales and we're going to put them over here, back out the way, off the track, just on the grass back here. And this is something that would frequently happen. Most silage bales that I see in the part of the country that I live in, they're stacked back in the corner of a field somewhere, and that's the only place that you'll ever find them, is in the corner of a field somewhere. Okay, so if I press B, that's load. Oh, we've got this. Oh, that is fantastic. We've got this autoload script, and I don't know where this autoload pack came from. It's one that was on the server. It's on the multiplayer server. Let me talk and work. B, that goes behind. B again, that goes over that side. Unload, and we pop them all down there. That is just awesome. Absolutely fantastic. Right. Anyway, the trailer, the trailer pack, this autoload pack, I don't know where it came from. I don't have the link for it. If you come and join our Discord, you can join our multiplayer server that we've got. We've got an FS19 multiplayer server that is up 24/7. Available for you to come and play on. All you've got to do is join the Discord in order to be able to get the details of said server so that you can come along and join it. A lot of people play on that. Sometimes it's a bit empty. Other times people can't get on. So there's a lot of activity on that server, and there's also a good mod list on there that is carefully gone through by the moderators who are in charge of running the server. and they spend a lot of time making sure that the mods they've got are good and that they work efficiently and that they work well. And they're the ones that got this mod pack. I had this installed for the multiplayer live stream last time. There's a multiplayer live stream incidentally coming up this Friday. If you are in the Great Book of Names, you will also be able to be considered for a place on the server. You just have to go and look at the details on the channel about that one. So if I go like that, and I go like that, and then I go there, there, and there, and then I unload, we have another round of bales right there. And I'm going to leave the trailer right here. I'm just going to leave the trailer parked right there. It's out of the way over here, and we're not going to be wanting to use it at the moment anyway. So it can stop there. And I've got a weight over here that I'm going to get. I don't want my front loader on at the moment anyway, so I don't need to worry about changing that one over. So we'll hitch you on, and we'll go and get our log trailer over there, and we'll get a load of logs, which means that we'll then be able to possibly go and return that baler and get going with some more silage. Because I'd like to get going with some more silage, actually. I really would. Let's bring that back. So I want to try out the new, bigger, faster machines. I want to see how this works. We've done a lot of work now, making sure that this is all right. And we've also got our field up here is now, we go to grass like that, growth, and the ploughing and the lime makes no difference. Oh, wait, we've got a little bit of fertilizer that we need to do over here. Okay, you stop right there. Let me go and get the tractor and the fertilizer. I completely forgot about the fertilizer at this end. We need to make sure we do that. That was my bad, that was. But yeah, the multiplayer server. So every Farming Simulator live stream that I do, which is every other week, as one this Friday evening, it will now be on the multiplayer server. The admins have decided that they would like to do this every time. And so I'll be doing a lot more on the multiplayer server, a lot more live streams on the multiplayer server. And we've got a different one set up for the live streams. It's not the one that we play on day to day. But the day-to-day one, that one's going to be changing fairly soon. They're currently in the process of looking for a new map. And then they will move everything to the new map, get that one set up, and sort of move it on from there. Smoodalini is the big boss in charge of all things server-related. Jimmy J is a strong second. Those are the two main admins on the channel. And we've also got some backup moderators and helpers who do a huge amount on the server, and you can find more details about all of the people that help out on the server once you join the Discord, and you will see they've all got special colors. We got the server, the people who are in charge of moderating on the server and keeping things all running smoothly and that when the admins are not around. They have their names in a nice red authoritative color, and you need to do what you need to do what they tell you, right? They are the ones in charge. They decide the mods. They decide who gets to do what for the most part. Although a lot of it is just like, you know, you go and have a look at as you would any game. You do the jobs that need doing. But if anybody is found to be abusing or messing things up, they're also the ones who will keep you on the straight and narrow or stop you from joining the server. So make sure that you behave yourself if you would like to come along and join. And yeah, there's a mod list that we've got that goes along with the server. There's quite a big mod list, actually. They've got several different mods. A lot of them are from the mod hub, but not all of them. Some of them are not from the mod hub, and this pack is not from the mod hub. I don't know where this pack came from. I've got no clue where this pack came from, but the mod is on the server list, so you can download that as a single download straight from the server. And it does download pretty quickly. You can then install the entire package into your... You unpack it. Once you've got the package, you unzip it, and you've got all the individual mods within it, and then you take all of those individual mods and you copy and paste those straight into your mod folder, overwriting anything that's existing. That way you've got all the correct versions to be able to go and join the server, and they work hard to make sure that everything is updated properly anyway. Not always do they make sure that they're updated. They make sure that they've got the best possible version at the moment, because very occasionally you'll get an update that does something really weird or is not compatible with a load of other mods, and they won't have that update installed, and that's actually a really good thing. So I will often just go on there and update my list of mods based just picking them off of what they've got on there, purely because it makes it a lot easier. Right, if I go there, which side? Auto load on, off. Right, I am auto loading on the correct side. I now need to get up this hill, loading as many logs as I can. This is going to give us our first round of logs. Give us a round of logs. Anyway, we're going to get a load of logs from this. And then I can take this lot and I can go and sell it. Let me just turn that off. I can take this lot, I can go and sell them. And then we can come back, and I'm kind of thinking that once we've got this lot done, also thinking I should chop down that tree right in front of me. Okay, that was quite a big one right there. Yeah, I'll chop this one down because this one's kind of by itself. Doesn't need to be because it's not in the line that we want. The line that we want is definitely over the other side, but we've got all of these other logs sort of in the way. So if I chop that one down, it'll just make life a little bit easier for us. I hope it's not going to go crazy. You're not going to go crazy, are you? Please don't go crazy. Really do without that. And clean that one all the way up through there. Like that. Right, we have a slight issue. There we go, right. Chop the top off, and then chop you off over here. And then chop you... Let's not chop... Oh, there we go. It's stopped now. It's stopped. Chop you down through there. We'll do that one into 3. That's probably not how we want to do this. And... Oh, I am able to get in. Sometimes you're not able to get into the tractor when it's got an auto load running. I tell you what, I'll go up the hill and try and get another couple of these logs, but I'm going to need to sort of back down a bit, go round the side of them, and we'll leave some of these small ones here. Having to mostly push forwards. There we go, round like that. I'm sliding now. This feels rather sort of dangerous trying to back down the hill in order to load like this. And I completely forgot to have it on 30 times. The time scale should be on 30 times speed while I'm doing this. So I will switch it to 60 for the rest of it in order to compensate for the fact that I didn't have it on at all. And for those of you who are new to the series, why am I speeding the time up? Like I said towards the beginning, this simulates the time that it would take us to manually load these trailers. I don't want to spend ages manually loading trailers. I find this to be a painful and quite horrible experience to do that all the time. The amount of timber that we have to shift and the amount of bales that we have to shift, it's going to turn the hardcore series into just an unpleasant to watch series and too dull to watch series that nobody's actually going to want to tune into. So as a sort of compromise, what I do is I fast forward time, or at least I'm supposed to. While I'm loading, I have it on 30 times speed. If I'm using an autoloader, I have it on 30 times speed and I leave it on 30 times while I'm doing the auto loading. So that's what I'm supposed to have been doing, and that's why I've just fast forwarded time a minute. Although at the oh, there we go. I was going to say the logs don't seem to be loading, but we just needed to move forward a little bit just to grab the. There we go. Right, they are we're pretty good there, I think. I'm going to switch the auto load off a second, and I'm actually going to. No, we'll switch that off. That can now come. I was going to say it can come down to off of the 30 times speed. I've got a tree right here, which is buried in the ground. I need to cut it. I hate these trees. We've got a few of these. Right, we'll now bring that back down to 5 times speed. Let's fast forward it enough time. So we'll chop that one through there, and I should, in theory, be able to pick that one up. There. So I'll pick you up, and I'll just drop that onto the trailer up there like that. So we've got the entire tree just sort of floating along behind us. And then I'll go onto here, and I will put the straps on for all of those. And now we will take this off to the mill. So we got that one little bit of tree behind us. There are some trees, again, this is for people who've not really watched this series yet, quite new to this one. There are some trees on this map that it's like only the very bottom couple of feet of the tree exist, and the rest of it you got a visual, but the actual tree isn't there. So you've got to cut the top off like that, and then you can pick the whole thing up by hand, which is what we've just done. And then we kind of just stick it onto the trailer, and you take it off, and you can sell it. You only get the money for the little actual bit. The visual bit will disappear as well when you sell it. But it seems to be that if you've got a selection of these trees in any one area, this is something that does cause us a little bit of lag. So we are getting lag in certain spots on the map, and I think that a lot of this is caused by some of these dodgy trees. And they are a bit of a nuisance, but we're slowly finding them and getting rid of them. So that at least is a step in the right direction. It's a very positive thing. We bring this one all the way up through here, and this load here, along with taking our baler back to the shop, that should be enough to be able to buy our new baler. Just a second, I want to see if the prices have changed. Remember, we've just fast-forwarded time by quite a little bit. Silage is still 258. That hasn't altered at all. So we want to just keep an eye on that. Oh, and wool hasn't altered either. I'm guessing by tomorrow it might have altered. You can just see over there, there's a little branch sticking up above the ground from this odd tree that we've got towing around. I probably won't need to go and sell any more timber. Well, at least I won't need to sell any more timber today. We should have enough now to be able to take our baler back and sell the baler, and then buy the new baler and also buy the new mower that we want to get. Okay. That's not supposed to happen. Let's try going that way slightly. Definitely struggles with this trailer going up this hill sometimes. This tractor does. Some days he seems to do it alright, and other days he really, really seems to struggle. He's sort of pulling it. He's moving. No, he's not. It's really genuinely struggling with this. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what it needed. Sometimes it's just at the top of the hill there. It really does sort of struggle with just that one little tiny bit. I don't quite know why, but there is definitely something there that doesn't like. Now, we'll jump out a second, and I'm going to go over and get that one, because I don't think that is quite where it needs to be. So we'll get you. There we go. Right. And I'll drop that one down there, and then we can sell everything. I reckon this is probably going to be about $16,000. 19,000, just a fraction shy of 20,000. We need a total of 81,000 to be able to buy the new baler. With the baler that we've got ready to sell, we've got enough money to buy that one. The only thing that I just want to check, make sure that we have got enough money. We will just go up through. We'll have a look at this baler again. Right there, 76, but we want the increased capacity, so it'll do 8,000 litre bales instead of 4. And we want to change that to black over there. I'm not going to change any of the other colours. 81,000. So we need 18,000 for that. And then back from there, we also want to go to the mowers. We've got a Nova Cat, which is 19,000 right there. Or we could go for the Lely Splendimo. That's 3.2 metres. That one there is 3.1 metres. This is the one that we've already got at 4 right there. We got a Lely. We're using a Kuhn mower at the moment. So I guess really it doesn't matter. We've got a Kuhn mower that we're using right now. So we'll go with the cheapest one. That's another 19,000. So oh, you know what? We might not actually have enough money. If we go to our garage here, have a look at the baler. 33,000. We'll get a little bit more than 33,000, but we need 81 to be able to buy the baler, which is 18,000, and then we need another 19 for. We don't have enough money. We'll wait until the morning. That's what we'll do, because I don't really want to go getting a load more timber now. We've just about run out of time for this episode. We'll wait until morning, and then we can see about doing it, because I don't really want to go getting into a load more timber. I could go and get a bit of the timber, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just fast forward time until the end of the day. I know that that does get pricey, because we've now got our leasing, not leasing, we've got our daily expenses and the loan expenses that we're going to have to pay for by doing this. And that's not really a great idea. But it's something that I can live with. I'm happy to live with that. We'll pay for the loan, we'll pay for the rest of it, and then we'll end up skipping the night. So if we come up through here, and I'll bring this one back round over to here like that, and it can go right there. I need to take the front weight off so that we can bring back the mower when we do come back. And I'm not going to want the front weight at the moment. The only thing that I would want is to be able to clear up the grass that's over there, but I can't really do a lot about that. The grass in front of the sheep. That would mean taking the front links off the tractor and then putting the grab on, the front loader on, and then swapping it back over again afterwards. Not something that I want to mess around with. It does mean that we've... Oh! Silage is now going up. This is really, really good. Wool has not changed at the moment, but silage is starting to go up. Let's have a look at our animals over here. 83% cleanliness is thus fine. Water and everything, that's fine as well. We've got a bit of wool. 98% productivity, that's all right. Next animal in 16 hours, we're up to 46 sheep right now. So at the moment, I'm quite happy with how things are going with the sheep. I'm going to shut that tractor off right there. And it's 5 o'clock in the evening. So the big thing that we're watching is that silage right there. 5 o'clock. We can't actually go to sleep until 7 o'clock, but we will. Once it gets to 7 o'clock, we're going to have a little bit of a kip. 274. Hopefully that will just go up as high as it's going to go overnight. And then it will stop, and we won't have to worry about it. So at 7 o'clock, we can go to sleep. That's the thing with this series, is I said that, you know, we stick to 5 times speed unless I want to fast forward things. I can fast forward anytime I want to. If I choose not to go and spend another week of cutting down trees manually, because I think it's going to be too dull and boring for everybody to watch, because that's what we've done, you know, pretty much exclusively for over 50 episodes now. You know, I feel that is an acceptable thing. Right, we're here. We'll take 12 hours sleep. There, sleep for 12 hours. So that'll take us to just past 7 o'clock in the morning, which is when we're allowed to start work. So we have just lost 7 grand in our loan interest, which we know all about. So we're down to 55,000, which means that we are relying on... Yes! The wool has gone up as well. That's top height at the moment. So we got $1,000 for wool and $327 for silage. Both of these are absolutely fantastic prices. This is good stuff. This is absolutely good stuff. We've got 3,400 on the sheep. The sheep are quite messy at the moment. We do need to clean them up because the productivity on the sheep is going to start going down because of it. And if we have a look over here, we've got a full pallet of wool right there, and we've got several other bits of wool here as well. It might be worth selling the wool, but no. What we do want to do is we're going to sell every single one of these bales first. It's the first thing that we're going to do, but we're going to do that at the beginning of our next episode. We're not doing that today, folks. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.